Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I missed last week's video, but I really didn't have anything to upload. I mean I did, but I'm just lazy. Anyways, a lot happened last week. I ended up getting another 3000 GT. So you guys know I have this one, the black base model. That was a 94. I just got a 91 here. It is a VR4. It is a 90, it's a 93. It's got twin turbo. It is just a shell. It doesn't have anything in it. Seats are gone. Most of the interior is gone. Most of the VR4 stuff is gone other than that. And the main reason I bought this is because of what's underneath. So as you guys can see, it's got the full rear end. It does have two pieces of the drive shaft. It's got the rear piece that goes from the diff to the, I forget what it's called, it's some type of bearing. It goes into that, and then there's another piece that goes straight into another bearing, and then there's nothing after that, but there's supposed to be a piece that goes from that, the transfer case. So I don't have the engine, I don't have the transmission, but it's got a rear end. It's got the brakes, the VR4 brakes in the rear. In the front, unfortunately, it does not have the front calipers, but it does have everything else. It's got the steering rack in there, so I'm going to be selling some of those parts. Yeah, it's pretty trashed, but yeah, I'm gonna sell what I can from it, and I'm just gonna drop the rear end. I'm gonna keep that and the brackets and stuff. I will be doing videos on that, on how to convert your SL or base model into an all-wheel drive. There's no videos on YouTube right now explaining the process. There's only forum videos on it, and I mean, there's not even forum videos. There's just a forum posts, but the only video is like somebody who has the car in the air and all the wheel spinning, and that doesn't really help anything. So I don't know what the point of that video was, but yeah, I will be doing videos on that, doing all the fabrication and prepping that one for the rear end and stuff. So I got some parts I'm pretty excited about that I'll be installing tonight. Should be pretty simple. I have had this for, I kind of want to say, a year now. This is a Bull Boost short hub for the 3000 GT. I've had this since I've had the black car, which any returning subscribers would know I used to have a black 3000 GT. My first one, it was a 94. And unfortunately that one, the hood flew up and ruined the shell. But I've had this since I've had that car. I actually ordered this when I got the car. This is a Bull Boost short hub for the 3000 GT. Now I don't have a quick release, I just have the short hub. Looks to be pretty quality. Yeah, it looks pretty good, to be honest. So it comes with the short hub and the parts for the brake, the horn. I don't have a horn, so I won't be hooking this up at the moment. It comes with some tools and the bolts to put into the hub. Here's the wheel now. I just got this today from a friend I did work for, and he gave me this wheel. This is not the final color or wheel I'm going with. It looks pretty good though. Yeah, I don't really like the chrome or the white. It does not match my car. But I will be posting this to trade for a black wheel. So if in a future video you guys see that I have a different steering wheel, it's because I don't really like this. But it is pretty, what does it say, ball fix? Ball fix? What the hell does that mean? Yeah, but it has everything. So, and this is for the horn, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't plan on running a horn, so I'm just going to leave this off. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get to the car. There's like 4 bolts, and it's a 10mm. You just take those off, pop the airbag off, and then pop off the nut for the steering wheel, and basically gotta bang the steering wheel off. And yeah, All right, so one of the main reasons I'm swapping out this wheel is because as you guys can see, there's a cover on it, and underneath that it is all greasy and stuff, and that is why the cover is on here. Also, it makes a lot of noise now. Kind of hear it squeaking and making noise. I don't know, something's like loose back here. It might be the clock spring. I pretty sure you have to remove the clock spring in order to run a short hub on this car, so I won't be having a clock spring. So hopefully that gets rid of the noisy issue. Not only that, but the style of the wheel, it just looks like a boat. There is another wheel for the 98 to 99. It's either 97 to 99 or 98 to 99. They kind of revised the wheel and made it more sporty, but I think that wheel is still like too, like, it's kind of like fat. It's also really big. I'd rather have a smaller wheel. Even though I don't have power steering, a smaller wheel is going to be harder to drive with, but it's just personal preference. Like I said, I don't really like the way these wheels look, or the facelift wheel. They're both god-awful ugly, so yeah, I'm going to be installing this one. So to get the wheel off, you will have to turn the steering wheel like this, and there are 2 bolts underneath that hold in this airbag. They're facing this way. Maybe I can get a video, but they're basically back here. There's 2 holes back here, and you just get an extension and a 10mm socket, put them in back there, and take both the nuts off. There's 2 on each side, so once you take them both off, the airbag will come out, and then you'll just have the middle nut to pull off the steering wheel. So I'm gonna pick back up once I get the airbag off. So yeah, pretty easy. Just take off those 4 nuts, and it will kind of fall out like this. You will have a bullet connector that you just pull on, and that's this wire here. And these, I had to bend the prongs for these kind of out, bend them out so that I'm able to wait, no, it's these 2. Yeah, I had to bend them out so that I could be able to get to the releases on the connectors and just pull them off. This one here, you literally just, it goes to this connector here for your cruise control. You just, you know, disconnect that. This one here is not really tricky, but what you got to do is you got to pull these 2 prongs. There's one here, you push this out and you push this one out at the same time, and it literally pops off. I did that and it fell on my lap, and yeah, it didn't explode or anything. I did have an airbag light, so I don't think that airbag worked. There's only 1 airbag in these cars, and that's here. This is a 91, so I don't have the airbag on the dash, just have the one here. So now that this is pretty much where you want it, the next step is taking off this nut here. I believe it's a 19mm, so I'm gonna go grab a 19mm socket and wrench. I'm not sure how much of the previous clip I'm going to put in, but I went ahead and took the wheel off. I went ahead and put together this steering wheel here. I used the supplied hardware that came with the Bull Boost hub. I'm going to try to put this on, but I have a feeling this plastic needs to be cut or modified. But honestly, if I can keep the clock spring, I'll be pretty happy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this should just go on. So I ended up hacking this up because the wheel didn't fit this plastic piece here, and it is hitting the actual clock spring now. So the clock spring is going to have to be removed in order to use the steering wheel, unfortunately. So there are a couple screws underneath here, and then these pop off with these 2 clips here, and the whole thing just comes off. So I got the top piece and the lower piece off. All right, I have no clue where it went, but somebody drove in a comically large screw into here, and it cracked this piece, and there is a motherboard in there, or some type of circuit board in there. I don't know what this stuff does exactly, but yeah, they drove that in, and I'm pretty sure that's what's making the noise, because all of this is broken in here. I don't know why they decided to put that stupidly large screw, but yeah, now I'm basically just trying to figure out how do I disconnect this. But yeah, I just need to disconnect this. So I went ahead and put the wheel on off camera and tightened the bolt. It's too far towards the stalks. As you guys can see, the wheel is pretty much flat. So I need to get a deep dish wheel I'm not going to run this wheel. I'm going to go ahead and get another wheel, and I'll pick back up when I get another wheel. But I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together. I'm not expecting the clock spring to really work anymore because, yeah, I pretty much messed it up. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm not sure why they don't design a hub that actually fits the clock spring. I've been reading all over the internet, and it seems like you can't get a hub that fits the clock spring. So it's gonna have to come off. And yeah, I was still having those noises as well. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I was having those weird noises when turning the wheel. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put back the old steering wheel, and I'll pick back the video when I get a different steering wheel that actually fits this. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. I did some work for a friend, and he gave me this Greddy wheel. I don't know if it's authentic, but it looks pretty cool, and it's a deep dish, so it'll actually fit my car. So I'm gonna take off this quick release because he gave me this half of the quick release too. So I'm gonna take that off, and I'm gonna put the wheel on the hub, take apart the car again, and try to fit this on there and see how it goes. To remove the clock spring, you will have to cut the wires, but if you do want to keep the wires intact, they run along the dash and into the center console here. So you do have to take off the center console, but yeah, it's a lot of work to keep this intact. So I'm just going to cut the wires, and whenever I go to wire up the horn, I will extend the wire, but I'll have to figure something out for wiring the horn. But yeah, I'm gonna pick it back up once I get the steering wheel actually on and everything back together. All right, guys, so I got everything back together, as you guys can see. So this is how it is with the trim on. I went ahead and cut the harness for the clock spring, and I taped it up so that none of the wires will touch. And I threw everything together, threw the hub on, I tightened it down really tight, threw the trims back on, everything's back together how it should be, as you guys can tell. And I tighten these screws down. You do want to put Loctite. You should put Loctite on these because they will back out from vibrations and rattles. So I will be putting Loctite on these. Now, when I went to go put the horn on, the horn literally it didn't go on. So what I did was I took the horn out and I cut like the back plate to the horn, as you guys can see. Went ahead and cut that out. But yeah, everything's together, and I really like the way it looks. The ties together the interior a lot. I do want to get eventually a Nardi, or sooner than later, but I want to get the Nardi with the red stitching on the inside and the black middle piece with the Nardi wheel. I mean the Nardi horn. But yeah, Bull Boost, if you guys are watching this, please make a better short hub, one that actually fits the clock spring, because this really sucks.
Dude, it looks so good. Don't mind the food, but yeah, the interior looks really good with this wheel.
And I won't be getting my hands dirty, and it should be easier to grip. Anyways, I'm gonna pack up and go for a ride. It's like 2 a.m, so I'm just gonna drive home. Guys, the wheel looks so good. Now my alignment is bad, so it's not straight, but man, the video doesn't do justice. You guys can't really see. Hold on. All right, guys, it looks so good. This has to be like the best interior mod. It looks so good. Oh my god. All right, so it's the next day. I drove back to my unit. I had to grab a couple of things, but honestly, the wheel, it looks so good. I just have to go get an alignment. Like I said in the previous clip, it is at an angle, but now I want to get that alignment done so that the wheel is actually straight when I'm driving. But I do have I still have like the squeaking noises and stuff. I think it's just from something from in the steering column, because the ignition, the actual lock cylinder and ignition cylinder has been changed out before, and I'm sure that's why like the whole all the trims and stuff are broken, and they put like the wrong screw in there and stuff. So I'm probably gonna swap it out with one of my parts cars and try to fix all the plastics and stuff, but I'll have to figure out where that squeaking is coming from. But the wheel itself, it looks so good. But yeah, here's how it looks. It looks so good. I don't know, the interior just flows now.
other than the sticker over there, but don't mind that. It looks so good, and it's like the perfect size too. The other steering wheel was like super big, and yeah, it's just super big and fat. And like I said, I don't really like the facelifted steering wheel either. It has like a better design than the boat anchored steering wheel, but I still don't like that one. It looks, something about it is off. It doesn't look good. So yeah, the aftermarket wheel is definitely a way to go for these cars, at least in my opinion. It looks so good. All right guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Honestly, it's a solid install. I don't know, it's probably my favorite interior mod, so definitely my favorite interior mod. It really like brings everything together. But yeah guys, if you made it this far, please drop down, give a like and a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be coming out with weekly videos again. I skipped last week because I didn't have any content to upload, and everything I'm doing right now is going to take longer than a week to get done. So, but yeah, I definitely have content for the next 4 weeks or the next month. So definitely want to drop down and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.